This is John Klein from the North Carolina State University Office of Information Technology. This video is to demonstrate the use of a departmental billing code or account as opposed to the standard user individual account for the Papercut MF project that we're evaluating. I'm making a screen capture on a Windows 7 64-bit workstation. I have a single account shared account created. This is the Papercut admin screen. If I go to the account, the types of things that we can set up as many accounts as we care to. There's one account called 5000. Accounts can have sub-accounts that may be of use to us. We're not required to name our accounts by the PIN number that they represent. I think that we might want to consider calling it account name OIT, fast number, whatever, to be more user-friendly. We could then also use the PIN code for places where you wanted to use a numeric. The balance is set to $10. Restrict means that when your balance drops to 0, you get nothing. It's not allowed to go over. The end user gets to choose whether they want a invoice. You can add quota automatically, so if you want to say that a certain club gets $10 a month, that's possible. These are the default options. We haven't explored any of this. Again, my purpose is just to demonstrate what an end user would see when they try to use an account. So, in order to demonstrate this, I've loaded the Papercut MF client, which is this little pop-up right here. This is required if you're going to bill from anything other than your own personal account. By default, it shows that my J.A. Klein default individual account has 3 cents. If I look at the when I push details, and actually this is not going to be terribly exciting because it's going to bring up a page that I've already got. It basically opens the web browser that is default. You log in with your credentials. This is what an end user will see for the Papercut system. I've got 3 cents, so if I go to the rates page, I can see that there's basically no printer currently configured that I'm going to be able to print to with 3 cents. It's a good thing I've got the access to the departmental account so I can charge it to a particular project or code. One thing to note as I look at the rates, that we do have different rates for duplex if we choose, and for, if it's a color printer, if you print in grayscale, you can give a discount. In this case, the 306C number 2 printer, if you print to it in duplex, it's half the cost of if you print to it in simplex, because you're going to drive half as much paper through the machine. But I can print to any of these. The 106-2 has a cost of 6 cents per page, so I'd like to try to print to that. And where is here's my devices and printers, and you'll see that I don't have the driver for that particular device, so I will bring up my this is the print server that we're testing on is Uni10PS. I've got the client software so that you can get that stuff installed. I've got the printers. If I double click on it, it will connect, look for a driver, install that driver. I now have a I'll go ahead and close Uni10PS. I've got it in my printers and faxes, and I've got a the usual user interface for Windows to view and manage a printer. So I will go to the properties of this printer, any second. And I will print a test page. And again, this I do not have enough print quota to actually print. So Windows says I've sent a test page. In my Windows monitor, I can see that it's printing. Now there's going to be a delay before Papercut receives the job in order to print. What you're seeing is the Samba software pretty immediately hands it over to Cups. Cups hands it over to Papercut. Papercut renders it in memory, decides how many pages it's going to be, and comes back with whether or not you have enough money to print to it. All of that happened before I could finish describing it. So because my account is configured to say ask me, it pops up this dialog to say, well, we've got one grayscale page, which is the Windows print test page. It costs 6 cents. Do you want to charge your personal account? If I choose that, it will fail because I only have 3 cents on my account. So I will choose to print to account 5000. As I say, we might want to call this OIT or something a little more textual, because if you want to enter it by PIN code, you certainly can. It's just a matter of documentation. So I will choose print, and shortly the job will physically come out on the printer. Now I can look at my web page. I could click on my balance stuff. If I look at my recent print jobs, for the early things that I printed myself, here's a 6 cent charge that was charged to J.A. Klein. My most recent page, it looks like it was charged to account 5000. I am unclear as to why it has auto-refunded my job. I'm wondering, it turns out that the particular printer I'm printing to is not actually up and running, and so what I'm guessing happened is because Papercut was unable to fulfill the request, as I couldn't contact the printer, the firewall isn't open properly, therefore I will automatically refund the job, which is an interesting thing. It's not what I was hoping to demonstrate. What I was hoping to demonstrate was, okay, now it's billed 6 cents off the account code 5000. I do believe that that is what will happen as soon as we do get the firewalls open to the printer. I think that will demonstrate, and so I'm going to leave this video as it is to demonstrate what the end user is going to see when they try to print and select a different account code. I trust that this is useful to the evaluation group, and again, I'm John Klein from the Office of Information Technology.